Usman Nurmagomedov proves that all you need in this game is perception. If people think you're the best, you've already won because who really cares about you proving it, right? And if you're making shit ton of money outside the UFC, what's the incentive? We've seen this story play out before, right? We've seen Fedor, never fought in the UFC. He never fought, Kane, Brock, Randy. He never fought any of those guys. But people just said he was the best because he was outside of the UFC and he was stoic. And that's what they're doing with Usman. Now, Usman may come to the UFC. I hope he does. I don't really care if he does or he doesn't. I want him to come to the UFC because I want to see how he matches up with the lightweights. Because I mean, I'm an MMA fan, right? I guess. So why wouldn't I want to see Usman take on Max and see him get an easy win? I'm kidding. But seriously, yeah, like we haven't seen Usman in the UFC. His best win is over Paul Hughes. Yeah, I don't know who that really is. I saw the fight before. I think I watched it live or some shit, but I forgot because that fight fucking sucked. But Paul Hughes is he really that good? I mean, he reminds me of JDM. I mean, we'll see with Usman, but I genuinely don't believe that Usman is all that. I think if he came into the UFC, like who's he like gonna fight? Armin? I mean, he's probably not gonna fight Armin, but he's kind of a Walmart Armin. Like he's a Walmart Armin. That's what Usman is. Which if you're a Walmart Armin, you're probably pretty good. But I think that Usman is just kind of one of these guys that he will probably fight for a title in the UFC but never win it. He'll be like a decent, maybe at some point he wins it when the division gets worse after Armin retires or Ilya retires and the other guys get older. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Usman would do pretty well. He, in my opinion, at least be top 10. I mean, I don't know though because like I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even get into the top 10 because like he could just be really shit and we just don't even know. Like I don't know if he could even beat like some like scrubby guys because like he didn't look all that good to me. I wasn't impressed by the knockout he got and look, impressing Lost Soul is pretty difficult. I'm a hard judge, but Usman just doesn't look all that special to me. He kind of looks like more of like a card filler type fighter. Like he's entertaining enough to put on cards, but he's kind of just not all that good in my opinion. But a lot of people are high on him. He's like 23-0 or something. So why not, right? Why not sign this guy? But like I said, Fedor is one of the more overrated guys because, like I said, he fought outside the UFC, and because he fought outside the UFC, people just glaze him to seem hardcore. It's what they did with Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix gets signed to the UFC and kind of gets shown levels and it gets told he's really not all that. And then a lot of other guys have come to the UFC like Will Brooks, Michael Chandler, Ben Askren. A lot of guys just didn't pan out. Even MVP is one of the more success stories, but MVP never became champ in the UFC and never will. So like look what he did at Bellator. It's like the difference in like levels, right? The difference in even when guys do get belts like Eddie Alvarez, they just like are like random champions. They don't really like filler champions, right? They get fucked up right after that. So yeah, the guys that come, the big names that come from other promotions never really pan out, which is interesting because you'll get prospects that get signed to the UFC and then they build themselves up and then they become like champions. Like look at Connor for example. Connor came from Cage Wars. Cage Wars isn't is big in like Europe or Ireland or whatever, but like it's not like the B leagues. The B leagues is like better than Cage Warriors, but it's the fighters from like the CDE leagues that actually have more success than the B leagues because I feel like the B leagues they just stay there longer and they come in when they're way out of their prime or they come like when they come when it's like just like the wrong time to come in like with the wrong matchups like they get matched up harshly. But that's the thing with these big names. It's like they're not going to get thrown into prospect fights. They're going to just get thrown into the wolves. And also, even when they have the experience, you got to remember when you're used to fighting lower level guys, you're conditioned to not really give a fuck, to like not really push yourself. And when you get to the UFC, I'm not saying they're not pushing themselves, but you're used to a lower level. So when they come into the UFC, it's like it's just like it's either overwhelming or it's like this isn't the same level that I'm used to defending my my B League title, right? Like you almost it feels like home being outside the UFC and those organizations, and then when they come into the UFC, it's like this weird feeling where they really realize, no, this is the real fucking shit right here. Oh fuck, this is the real, this is the real competition, bro. We'll see if Usman could swim with the Sharks. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.